Thank you. Me mom. My dad is Ernest Ray, which is her son. Everybody always asks who my mom was. Everybody always wonders if I'm one of the twins' daughters or something. But my dad is Ernie, which is her son. And growing up, whenever I'd go see my daddy, I would go on the road with Mima because he always sang and played guitar with her. So I would crawl in the twin bed in the back with her and just snuggle, and I always felt so close to her even though I didn't see her that much. And after my grandfather passed away, I was around 19 years old, and she didn't want to stay at the ranch. She was just heartbroken to be there, and she wanted to move to her house in Nashville. And she asked me if I'd move with her. And for somebody like myself who, grew up watching Coal Miner's Daughter every single day. Like I had the little TV VCR set, in my bedroom, and I'd come home every day and I'd watch that. And I wanted to be around her so much more than I was. And so her asking me to move in with her was such a dream for me. And after we had been living in Nashville for like maybe 6 months, we had such a great time. She was in grief, but I think she was so young to have lost her life partner. I think she was around 60 at the time. And we just spent our days shopping and gabbing and eating. I told her, like, Kentucky Fried chicken pot pies were her favorite thing to eat. Or like a foot long from the Sonic. Okay? So we weren't going, or a T-bone steak from the steakhouse across the way. Anyway. That's all we did. We just eat and shop. And she said that's when we turned into more like girlfriends than just grandmother and granddaughter. And so I always wanted to be a singer. And not just a singer, I wanted to be her. I wanted to be just like her. And so after we'd been there for 6 months, she said, Taylor, I think I'm ready to go back out on the road, and I want you to come with me and open up the shows. We'd also spent every night singing and playing dress up with all her dresses from like the 60s until the late 90s. So I was like, I'm ready. We got the wardrobe, let's go. And so we went out there, and I would sit on the wings, and I would watch her every night and be in complete and total awe of this angel on stage who connected with the people in such a way that was like magical. And she hadn't cried a tear about my grandfather in those like 6 months. She'd taken care of him for a really long time. And so I think that she did her grieving while he was passed, for so long. He was so sick. And when she got on that stage, I can remember she had this huge white ball gown on, and she sang the song, Here I Am Again. And tears just fell, and she just sobbed on stage, and her fans cried with her, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's home. Like, stage is where she feels the most comfortable with her fans. And she planned her celebration of life before 2-3 years before it ever happened. Like, she wanted there to be a video and to talk to her people, and we had not seen anything. We're sitting there at the Opry, and this video, not a video, I can't remember now if it was a video or just her words. I can't remember, but she said, to my fans, I've been all over the world and I ain't seen much, but what I have seen is you, and I love you. And it just took me back to that moment in the late 90s where I watched her go through this heartbreak on stage with y'all. And it changed my view of her. I finally understood what she did, not just for country music, but what she did for music in general, what she did for women, and how she gave us a voice when we didn't have one. And when she did have those band songs, it's because they were real and they meant something, and it gave us this voice. And the first song that she ever wrote and recorded was Honky Tonk Girl. And it was the first song she ever taught me how to sing, and it was the first song I ever sang on her stage. And so now, every time I sing that song in our show, it's that moment where I just get really still inside, and I think about her being here, and I just sort of bring her spirit. And sometimes I get through it without crying, and sometimes I sobbed the whole way through. So I never know what's going to happen, but thank you for allowing me to come out here and sing her music. It is a dream for me, and I'm so grateful that she allowed me to do it too. So thank you.